Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Aisyah binti Zulkifli. My project entitled Hardness, Microstructure and Corrosion Behavior of Aluminium, Zinc, Magnesium and Titanium Casting Alloy for Superficial Anode Application. So this is outline of my presentation. Firstly, for introduction, superficial anode is method of preventing and protecting metal from corrosion. It widely used in hull of ship, offshore pipelines and production platform. The anode corrode by sacrifice itself in order to protect the cathode. Pure aluminium widely used as anode, but the formations of oxide layer reduce the efficiency of the anode. So the figure shows the anode before and after the corrosion. Next, for problem statements. Pure aluminium decreases its efficiency in superficial anode application due to the formations of oxide layer on its surface. Thus, additions of other elements such as zinc, magnesium and titanium promote the breakdown of oxide layer and increase the efficiency of the alloy. Superficial anode application is a method that uses two different metal alloy, which are anode and cathode alloy. The anode metal will sacrifice itself in order to protect the cathode metal from corrosions. So the figure shows the anode at the hulls of ship. Different type of alloying aluminium will have different corrosion behavior. So the presence of intermetallic compound in the alloy give different mechanical properties and corrosion behavior as anode metal. The characterizations of four type alloy with the formations of intermetallic compound during solidification process were investigated in order to obtain the best alloy that used as anode in superficial anode. Objective of the project are: firstly, to examine the hardness and corrosion behavior of four different aluminium alloy. Secondly, to investigate the effects of alloying element on microstructure development due to the formations of intermetallic compound and its growth of four aluminium alloy. Thirdly, to find the best aluminium alloy for superficial anode application. Next, for methodology, the figure shows the flow charts of four types of elements undergo casting process and several tests and analysis consists of viscous hardness test, corrosion potential test and microstructures analysis. The table shows composition of each sample. In this project, there are four types of sample alloy. Next, for sample preparation, which is casting process, the video shows the casting process of sample 4 had been done.
Aluminium were inserted into crucible furnace at 720 Celsius, followed by zinc ingots, titanium ingots, and lastly, magnesium ingots. The molten metal was stirred manually to get homogeneous mixture. The molten metal were poured into the preheated mold and allowed to be cooled at room temperature.
Next, the figure shows the sample of alloy after casting process, which has four types of alloy. After the casting process, the sample undergo cutting process. Next, grinding process using different grade silicon carbide paper. After grinding, the sample were polished using monocrystalline diamond suspensions. Next, the figure shows the sample after grinding and polishing process that has mirror-like surface. The first test is corrosion potential test. Multimeter was used to measure corrosion potential value against calorimeter as a reference electrode in natural seawater. Decreasing in corrosion potential value increase the electronegativity of alloy, thus increase the tendency of the alloy to corrode. Next, microviscous hardness test. Different offloading value are applied to all four samples to investigate their hardness. Increase in hardness value is due to the presence of intermetallic compound. The video shows the viscous hardness test has.
The figure shows the part in microviscous hardness machine consists of objective lens, diamond indentor, and micrometer. The samples was indented with desired indentation load. The objective lens showed the shape of indentation. The screen revealed the hardness value, load of indentation, and value length of indentation shape.
Next, the optical microscope analysis. It is used to analyze the microstructures of alloy using different magnifications. The presence of intermetallic compound enhances the superficial anode applications. The video shows the optical microscope analysis had been done. Lastly, scanning electron microscope analysis. It is used to analyze the microstructure of alloy with high definition image to observe dark and bright spot, which indicate the formations of intermetallic compound. Next, we move to result and discussion. Firstly, for corrosion potential result. The graph shows sample 1 shows the highest corrosion potential value, which is negative 0.818, followed by sample 2 and sample 3, whereas sample 4 had the lowest corrosion potential value, which is negative 1.267. Additions of stannum produce an alloy with the most electronegative value. So the higher the electronegativity value, the higher the tendency for the oxidation process to occur. So, sample 4 is the best sample for the use as sacrificial anode, where it will be sacrificed itself in order to protect the cathode. For viscous hardness test, the graph shows the highest hardness value was sample 3, but the additions of stannum to form sample 4 causing slowly decrease in hardness value. The increase in hardness for sample 3 is due to the presence of magnesium zinc base type intermetallic compound that acts as a strengthening phase. This finding was similar to the result of experiment conducted by Lamrus in 2013. Additions of stannum causing slightly reduce the hardness value in the sample 4 because stannum promote the active corrosion behavior of the alloy in protecting the cathode structure in the seawater. Additions of zinc, magnesium and stannum affect the intermetallic compound of the alloy and influence the mechanical properties and corrosion behavior of the alloy. So sample 4, which is aluminium, zinc, magnesium and stannum alloy, is the best alloy for the use as sacrificial anode application. Next, for optical microscope analysis, the figure shows the 4 micrograph of 4 types of alloy. It shows that the additions of elements such as zinc, magnesium and stannum cause a refinement of grain size. Sample 1, which is pure aluminium, has the biggest grain size, and sample 4 had the smallest grain size. Formations of intermetallic compound in sample 3 and sample 4 known as Mg2Sn, which increase the hardness value and promote the corrosion to occur. Next, the figure shows the presence of intermetallic compound in sample 4 with different magnifications. The intermetallic compound, which is Mg2Sn, enhances the sacrificial anode performance of sample 4 by promote the breakdown of passive oxide layer, thus increase the corrosion behavior of the alloy. This finding similar to studies by Yati in 2020. Sample 4, which is aluminium, zinc, magnesium and stannum alloy, is the most suitable alloy as anode in sacrificial anode application because the refinements of grain and the formations of intermetallic compound increase the hardness and promote the efficiency of sample 4 to corrode. Next, the SEM analysis. The figure shows the micrograph of 4 types of alloy. The additions of alloying elements such as zinc, magnesium and stannum in pure aluminium influence the formations of the intermetallic compound and grain size. Sample 4 had the highest numbers of intermetallic compound and the smallest grain size compared to other samples. Sample 3 shows the formations of intermetallic compound, which is Mg2Sn. The additions of stannum to form sample 4 cause formations of stable Mg2Sn. The figure shows the presence of stable intermetallic compound in sample 4. It was proved by the EDX analysis. The bright spot known as Mg2Sn phase located especially at the grain boundary. The additions of stannum in sample 4 react with magnesium by rejected the interdendritic structure to form stable Mg2Sn. This decreased the hardness value slightly, but increased the electronegativity of sample 4 to corrode. Sample 4, which is aluminium, zinc, magnesium and stannum alloy, is the best alloy as used in sacrificial anode application because the formations of stable intermetallic compound increase the efficiency to corrode. This finding is similar to study by Bonsat in 2020. Next, for application in industry and society. Sacrificial anode application widely used in various industries such as hull of ship to prevent them from corrosions. So the video shows the sacrificial anode application in hull of ship.
To prevent the ship from corrosion, the sacrificial anode is placed at the bottom of the ship which is exposed to seawater. The anode will corrode first instead of the steel of ship.
So the figure shows the anode before corrosion and after the corrosions. Uses best alloys such as aluminium, zinc, magnesium and stannum alloy as anode very economically by prevent the ship or structure from corrosion and save the cost of maintenance. Next, as a conclusion, additions of alloying element in aluminium alloy affect the formations of intermetallic compound, which is influenced by the hardness result, corrosion behavior and microstructure development for different aluminium alloy. Presence of stannum in aluminium, zinc, magnesium and stannum alloy reject the interdendritic structure, thus forming a stable intermetallic compound alloy and promote the active corrosion behavior, thus increase the hardness of the alloy which is suitable for sacrificial anode application. The formations of intermetallic compound in the alloy increase the efficiency of the sample 4 as a sacrificial anode by break down the oxide layer of the alloy. It is found that sample 4, which is aluminium, zinc, magnesium and titanium alloy, is the best candidate for the sacrificial anode because it has highest electronegative corrosion potential, good hardness result, and the formations of intermetallic compound causing a easier to corrode, especially in the natural seawater compared to other alloys. This is the list of reference that I refer during my project work. From me, thank you.